Show continues, starring John Shea and David Sherwood on the Big 550 KTR.
Well, welcome back to the Inside Out Show on the Big 550 KTRS. We have a special guest here. Well, welcome, Anne-Marie. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you
look
guys
like you've
doing?
been running.
We've been running all morning
And
long.
who's the little partner you got with you?
I brought Owen. He is my 13-year-old who ran a cross-country meet today, 2 miles.
Wow.
He rocked it. Came in way ahead of everybody else. He maybe had a good PR this morning even.
How about that?
Yeah, whole team did great.
Good job.
So you want to talk a little bit about
Wait a minute,
the
this is
beginner.
grade school.
Yes.
Grade school's running
This is
cross country.
7th grade. Yeah.
Ah.
Yep. Yeah. I kindergarten all the way through
Wow,
8th grade.
okay.
Yeah, lots of kids running.
When I was that age, I was running, but I wasn't running cross country, and I wasn't doing it for a coach. You know, I was running away from things. So
Running
it
away.
seemed like, but yeah.
But yeah.
Introduce yourself.
It's Anne-Marie from Anne-Marie Design Studio, kitchen and bath studio, and we have a small showroom in Wildwood, renovate bathrooms and kitchens and whole houses and all interior work. We love it. We design and we can install.
You're going to talk a little bit about kitchen plumbing.
Yeah, I feel like plumbing, it's kind of like going to picking jewelry, first of all.
It is.
There's a ton of looks, different finishes, different styles.
You know, over the last 10 years, manufacturers have really put time and effort into changing those looks.
Yeah, they really have. It really can be the statement piece of
Yes.
the kitchen now, which is really fun. You can make it not look just like everyone else's kitchen. And there's all the different finishes you can do. So you can do a mix of black,
Yeah,
matte
you can
black
mix
finish.
and match.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to. Before, if I have stainless steel or brushed nickel handles, then I have to have brushed nickel finishes. I
Right.
have to have this, and everything
Not
had to
anymore.
match.
Yep, not anymore. A lot of times my faucet and the light fixtures in the space will also match each other. Maybe they're both matte brass. A lot of people like that right now. Or black, or a mixture, again, like you said. There's a lot of different brands. Some people don't even know some companies make faucets. I think everyone's used to seeing Moen and American Standard and, you know, bigger companies' names. But there's Grohe and Hans Grohe, and Kohler makes fantastic faucets. Brizo is really popular that we use a lot right now. None of them are a favorite of mine, I would say. There's just what's the style we're looking for? What is the function we're trying to make it have? Is it having to match other faucets also within the kitchen itself? I think most people at this point want to get a pull-down faucet instead of a separate
Yeah.
hand sprayer. They're great because it's just a one-hand situation. You can clean out the whole entire
Oh,
sink
yeah.
with that piece that pulls down.
You don't have to reach over for the hose and pull it out. And get the,
Mhm.
you know.
Mm-hmm. If you're like my family, my brothers used to put a rubber band around that little side sprayer. You turn a faucet on, it sprays you.
Oh, nice.
That's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a good trick. Yeah.
Try that
So
one.
if you still have that, you know, kids,
There's a
you
trick.
get mom and dad.
I have the rubber bands.
It's only going to work once.
That's true.
You'll be in your room for a while, but still,
Do that again.
it'll be worth it.
Hilarious. Well, there's a really cool style. It's I'd say 50-50. People like it or don't like it. It's a chef's style faucet. So it's a real high neck, and they've got sort of a spiral that comes down it. The handle that you grab mounts to the base of the faucet, or the little arm of the faucet, by a magnet, and stays put. But it has more flexibility with going left or right, or even taking it over to a pot that's over on the countertop, so you can fill up the pot without having to put it in the sink, which is nice.
But that's typically that person who also wants the look of a commercial kitchen.
That's right.
They want to be the chef.
Yes.
You
that's
know,
exactly why it's considered
I
a
got the
chef's
gas
faucet.
appliances, and I got
Yep.
I got the Sub-Zero, and I got all those things.
Right. It
'Cause
might not work for
I'm
an
the cook.
everyday,
No.
an everyday kitchen where you're going out to eat half the time, you're cooking just simple pizzas and things like that. You might not want all that. for
Did
your
you hear
faucet.
that there are states who are trying to ban gas appliances in kitchens?
I did not hear that. That seems crazy.
Thank you. Okay,
That's
we'll get past
That's
that.
another day. We'll
Yeah.
talk next time.
So you got special faucets for filtered water and things of that
Yeah,
sort?
so I have lots of people who really want nice filtered water taps right at the source. So, yeah,
I have
you-
one. I have one.
You
Yeah.
can get filtered cold water and filtered hot water. So let's say you really drink hot teas a lot, or you just want to wash, you have babies in the house, want to wash baby bottles right there with already very, very hot water, just sanitizes it right away. You can get point of use, that's
Right.
what I call that, a point of use faucet. And there's a lot of brands that make that. They can make matching finishes that go with the kitchen faucet, so you can both be black, or they can both be the brushed nickel, or both be that matte brass finish. Other things you can get are a touchless or a touch faucet. So instead of having to turn the handle on and off, it's actually operated by battery. You can hardwire it, but most people just put a battery underneath of their faucet. When you order the faucet, you have to make sure you're looking for or asking for a touchless or a touch faucet. But what it means is your hands are filthy, right? You just cracked eggs open, you got yolk all over your hands.
Right.
You don't want to touch the faucet or your chicken on your
So
hands.
you're not that chef we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Go ahead.
So on the touchless faucets, you just you just take your hand and kind of make a motion, like you're at a
Oh, yeah.
you know, a hotel or something.
Right,
A
that's nice.
motion wave faucet. Otherwise, you tap the head of the faucet and it will turn on to whatever setting you had it on last. But it's a really nice way to not make a mess of your actual faucet itself.
without question.
Who has the
Yeah.
disgusting faucet that someone else in the kitchen, right,
Right.
makes the mess all the time?
And nobody ever washes their faucet off after they touched it with a
Yeah,
handful
right.
of
The
chicken
person that's
grease.
washing that faucet usually didn't make the mess on it.
Yes, that's
So
right.
that's a really nice feature. And kids too. Kids can go in there. You can set it at a temperature that's a safe temperature. Sometimes you got kids using that kitchen that maybe don't know still which way is hot, which way is cold. It's confusing for adults sometimes. Pull it forward. Is that hot? Is the back hot? Which way is it?
Right.
So when you're putting it, you know, set already and just tap it, water comes out and it's already the temperature you wanted it to be at for their things. So that's
Speaking of hot, I like your tip on how to use your dishwasher.
Oh yeah, so I've got sort of a thing going on about how to behave in your kitchen after we renovate it for you, because
good.
people behave poorly in their kitchens. I've learned, and one really simple way to make
Wait,
sure.
I got to understand what we're talking about here. Go ahead.
Talk about
Okay.
that.
So in your kitchen, just when you're using your dishwasher,
Yes.
great example. First of all, people use the dishwasher wrong constantly. You are all washing your dishes before you put the dishes into the dishwasher. Stop it. The dishwasher has sensors that find the dirt, and when it doesn't have anything to find, it's going to etch your plates or your cups or your dishes. It's looking for dirt. The soap is going to wash it. We also use way too much soap. But the tip that I was going to give was turn your hot water on the faucet before you turn the dishwasher on, because whatever your water was at that temperature, it's going to fill the dishwasher up with that. Yes, your dishwasher can heat up the water, but wouldn't you like to have just knowing hot water is going into the dishwasher right away? Hot water does kill germs. So
Very good.
first big tip, turn on the faucet. And you don't need to keep it on because you went and washed all your dishes first. I just want you to scrape the food off of the plates, then put them into the dishwasher. You can wipe off avocado, peanut butter, and egg yolk. Those are the three
Dave
things.
Augsburger, who owns St. Louis Appliance, and they fix all the appliances, you know.
Yeah. Mhm.
And he says the biggest problem that most people have is they clean all their dishes before they put them in the dishwasher,
Yep.
and it's got nothing to clean, and then they say, well, it's not cleaning well. Well,
It's because it thinks it's done.
Yeah.
It's looking for things that are dirty and it thinks it's done with the cycle. It has a sort of a sensor that goes around it. All these new dishwashers have that. I think everyone's used to old dishwashers that clean terribly. There were old dishwashers that just didn't do a good job, but now they're just made so well. And that goes back to my dish drawers. We've talked about those before.
Yes.
I love a dish drawer. You can organize your things in the top or the bottom drawer, run them at separate times if you need to, run a small load, and you don't feel as bad.
And for the husband and wife teams, I have a brother who won't let his wife put stuff in the dishwasher because she loads it wrong. What?
That would
So
be me.
she'll load it and he'll go back and reorganize
Oh
it.
gosh.
And I'm going, you what?
Yeah, I know. Lots of couples are like this. I'm thinking just get the dishes done.
Who knew this was an issue?
Just get them washed. I know. The same thing with kids. Like people don't like kids to load the dishwasher because they're loading it wrong. In my opinion, it's a great chore for them to do. They'll learn.
Darn
They'll do
right,
it.
yeah.
What are the do's and don'ts on the garbage disposal?
So garbage disposal, people are putting too much stuff in your garbage disposal.
Yes.
Like you really are. You don't put bones down there. You don't even need to put all food down there. Scrape the food.
I love to cut up onions. You know, onion soup we make, onion. You never put the onion peelings down. Never
No.
put potato peels down there.
No, you don't put egg
You don't.
shells down there.
No.
People are putting all of that down there. I know because they're saying it. They're telling me all the time. I need to be able to put this and this and this. I need the biggest one you have. Stop putting that down there. First
Yeah.
of all, that's not what it's for. This is a drain. It's a drain, and things that don't come off normally, like, you know, you've got some leftover meatloaf on the plate that just didn't come off all the way. You rinsed it. Just things that can go down your drain that you know should be in a drain, in the plumbing lines in St. Louis or wherever you live. And the garbage disposal is going to work great, by the way. It will grind it up really fast. By the way, there are no blades in the bottom of garbage disposals anymore. I think people picture that they're going to put their hand in there and a big knife is going to cut your hand off. It's not like that. It's more like a cheese grater sort of feeling on the sides of it. That's what spins really, really fast. But still, don't put your hand in there.
And typically the warranty on a garbage disposal is about 7 years.
Yeah.
And that's for a good one.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
and after 7 years,
You should get it.
it's not grinding well enough.
Right.
Because the blades which are on the side are
like a knife.
they dull down.
They do. You can't
And so
sharpen
you
it.
know you say, well, it's still working. Well, they could work it for 30 years. It doesn't mean it's going to cut anything
I'll
off.
also give you this tip too. A lot of times we'll do a renovation for a client and they'll say, "Oh, we just replaced our garbage disposal last year. We don't need a new one." Well, it's $250. Like
Yeah.
that's the least of the things that you should
Your
keep. Here's
cabinets
why.
are $1,000 underneath it. That
Right,
gets
exactly.
ruined.
But number one, it's gross. It's
Yeah.
disgusting. So why take that gross piece and put it over to the side for months and then put it back? Instead, just get a brand new clean one. And then number two, you'll never get as tight of a seal as you do that very first time that you install it. So I never recommend
Garbage
putting those.
disposal kind of connects in with the dishwasher water-wise and things too.
Yep.
I think that's where you can have problems.
Yeah, just get a new one. It makes
Do they
it so
sell
much
those little cranks that go underneath the bottom to when you clog up a
Oh, they
I
don't
don't
sell them.
wrench?
They don't sell them. They come with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you
You
do
know
it.
what I used to use when the crank didn't work, when I put a bone in there?
A hammer.
You take a broomstick and you put the broomstick in
You are not
upside
allowed
down
to sell
and
the
you
garbage
actually kind of
disposal.
stir it around and it'll actually free that thing. I'm not
We,
kidding.
we don't get a
Don't
lot
do
of
that.
tips
We're
from
not doing
we
that.
don't get a lot of tips
Alright.
from Dave.
I won't plant things, and you don't sell
You know,
garbage.
Okay.
Unless
The
Ellen,
broomsticks out of the garbage
unless
disposal.
Ellen approves it, we don't talk to
That's
Dave
right.
about
That's right.
any home improvement.
There you go. There you go.
Other things are types of sinks, right? So I think a lot of people got excited when undermount sinks just became the new norm.
Yes.
Now you have undermount sinks, you have apron front sinks. What your sink material is made of, most people have had a stainless steel sink in their time. If you had one, it's usually not really shiny, right? It's kind of a matte stainless
Right.
steel. You don't realize how not shiny it is until you put a brand new one in.
You can buy a shiny one,
And
and
it's
then
gonna scratch all
every
up.
time it scratches, you go, "What the heck?"
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's
it
gonna
drives you
scratch
crazy.
up for a few months and
Yeah.
maybe even a year to get, you know,
What it's going to look like.
yeah, patinaed.
Yeah,
is a good way to say
patinaed,
it. But look at all the fun finishes and colors that are out there. I use
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of the Sil Granite from Blanco. I really like their sinks. There's other companies that make that too. It's kind of like a quartz-made sink. It's a matte finish. It's really, really solid and durable.
What seems to have gotten big is the single bowl sink, where it's a big sink.
Right.
I like that, but you're using a lot of water just to get it up. I got a single bowl sink, but I got the raised center. It only sits up about 3 inches.
Yep. Yeah. So what you're saying is from the top down, when you're looking at it from the countertop, it's a single hole
Right.
cutout, and you still have 2 small bowls
Right.
in there, and the divider in the middle is not super high. And we sell a lot of that.
And it's perfect because you could still wash
Fill it up.
in the little one side is only 3 inches high.
Yeah, or you want to soak and you still have
Yeah.
something to pour something else into.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Nice.
I have to live in 2 sinks. A lot of people
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
like one
Without
big one.
question.
It's definitely a personal choice. So
But they do work great. And the apron fronts, it's a look. And some people love them, some
Yeah.
people don't. They come stainless steel now, not
stainless
just
steel-
porcelain.
Yeah, the porcelain ones I tell people if you're short and you have a belt or you wear a belt often or buttons
Scratch
or
stuff.
scratch the front of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something you don't think about. But
And
it's
if you're
awesome.
leaner,
Yeah.
when I do dishes, I lean.
Mhm.
I'm leaning against that cabinet. I'm leaning against the counter. I move, as you say, you're scratching whatever you're on.
Or you use cast iron,
Yeah.
pan or something like that. It can make marks onto there. So, but that's the fun part about these new, matte finishes that they come out with. They don't scratch.
But
which
as
is
Greg
nice.
from Boardwalk Hardwood Floors, when his hardwood floors get a scratch or this, he says, "That's character."
That's right. It is.
It is character. Other countries, you just went to France, right?
Yeah.
They don't care about things the way
They
we do.
don't
We have
care.
to get it, and it has to be perfect forever, or otherwise I'm not buying it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they just don't.
So Anne-Marie, what's your process when people want to get hold of you?
Well, you can go to our website, AnneMarieStudio.com. That's Anne with an E. And we have a budget calculator on our website, which is a great first
Nice.
step for everyone to go into to understand how much a bathroom could cost or a kitchen could cost. And to be blunt, it's always going to cost more than you think it's going to cost. But it goes off the value of your home. If you have a smaller value of your home, it's typically a smaller kitchen. Bigger value, typically a larger kitchen.
Right.
Then on there, you have ways to contact us. A contact form you can fill out, and we will call you and email you and give you all the information about how we work with you. And we'd love to have you understand our process. It's a pretty thorough process, but we meet with you, understand your needs, make sure that we fit with your needs as well.
That's the thing, understand their needs.
Mhm.
Because once you have a kitchen designed for you, you'll never go anywhere else.
That's right.
Because that kitchen, like, are you? Oh, it's right there.
Mhm.
Oh, it's right there.
Mhm.
Or if you have 2 people who like to cook together, they're not bumping into each other anymore
Right.
because you've designed it for that.
Who lives in your house? Lots of kids. Your kids are grown. It's different needs. You have different needs within a 5 to 10 year period.
Do you have that island so the kids can do their homework at the island while you're cooking, so you're all together as a family?
If you don't want
What are
that
you looking
cooktop
for?
in your island, right?
Exactly.
Yep. So that's
Lot
what we
of-
do. We understand what's going on in your family, how to work best in your space, and what kind of budget are we working with. Then what do we want it to look like? Like my first opinion is never, I want to see all your ideas that you want it to look like. I can make it look like a million different ways. It's more how do we function in that space, number one.
Okay, so we have a question here. It says, what if you only run
I guess the dishwasher once a week. Is that because you haven't rinsed your dishes off? Are they gonna clean still?
I would probably rinse them again. It depends on how dirty they are at that point. If you think about it like clothes, you know, if you spot treat your clothes, that's appropriate, right?
Yeah.
But let's say you stained your shirt with chocolate pudding and you let it sit in your laundry for a week and then washed it. Is it gonna come out? Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably just should spot treat things appropriately. Think
Right.
about it like clothing.
And
You don't wash your clothes before you wash your clothes.
and the new dishwasher use so much less water
water.
than they used to.
That's a great point. So I will say all of our pods, and I don't know who's listening about selling pods that they have, but those dish pods have too much soap in them for what we use in America.
Yeah.
For our, we have less water now, usually less dishes inside of it, and we're putting tons of soap. Same thing with laundry detergent. So I really still recommend getting powder and getting just a teaspoon of powder and putting it in your dishwasher. It's
Perfect.
really going to do the job. So
Sounds good.
thanks.
The perfect kitchen and bath has been brought to you by Anne Marie Design Studio.